Hey guys, I'm Denise.
And I'm Lindsay, and we're born this gay.
Hello, welcome. Welcome to our channel. It's Born Gay Podcast. We're here. It's a space where we like to share LGBT content for everyone, just to give y'all a little bit of a
maybe like a safe space, maybe some advice here and there, a little how-tos. We're here to answer questions. We're here to just kind of let you know what everything's about nowadays.
Yeah. And today's episode, we are breaking down some stereotypes that are put on us by men.
Ooh, yep. And I know we've all heard our fair share of those ones.
Yeah.
So I said before we jump into that, let's do a quick little recap of our last week here. Anything new happening on your end of things?
Well, the things we discuss is the wedding, which is big on my list. Again, guys, we went from doing an episode a week to now it being like every 2 weeks, maybe a month. Just bear with us for the next 2 or 3 months. The upload schedule is gonna be a little funky because I got my wedding and my honeymoon.
You got a busy couple months coming up. Yeah. 2 weeks from now, I'll be in Miami.
Hey, yeah, I bet you're excited
I'm
about that
so
one.
Excited, yo.
Yeah,
so excited.
Yeah, we've booked everything so far for their trip and for our honeymoon. Actually, that was a big milestone.
Oh yeah, I just saw that you said in our chat that you had finally booked all the flights to Europe.
Yes, scary, by the way. But no, pro tip, and I actually really do want to do an episode for how to before I get married, how to plan a lesbian wedding, because there was a lot of things that I learned along this two-year
planning
journey.
Yeah. Wow. I don't think I know all of the steps there is to planning a lesbian
Oh my
wedding
God,
either, so,
there's so much. Just a regular wedding is very
That's
difficult.
True.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of tweaks you have to do if you're doing girl and girl.
Well, and then y'all also decided not to use a wedding planner too.
Yeah.
So there was that.
Because it's me. I've always been a planner, so I can. The event of planning a wedding is really easy. I mean, that part,
it's just a big
food,
party, in
bar,
a sense, right?
party. Yeah, I can do that all day. But what makes it hard is the emotion, expectation, and then dealing with, family and friends and delegating tasks that make it really difficult. So hats off to wedding planners. But we will be coming out with a episode just on what I've learned, just to help you guys out.
If it helps take some of the stress away, I would just always try to keep in mind that this is your wedding. So
true.
As long as it's good in your eyes, who cares what anyone else thinks?
True. But
except for your bride.
I was about to say it's two to tango in a wedding. There's two people, so you have to balance out your expectations. Also, it's two to tango and a bank account. Mm-hmm. You have to, your expectations of what your vision is versus in reality what you are willing to work and save for.
And how long have you been working 2 jobs now? Almost 3. Every once in a while.
Yeah. No. Oh man. I don't remember the last time. Actually, I do. It was before COVID that I worked under 40 hours a week.
Wow.
Usually I tap out my day job at 50, so I'm 50 normally, and then I usually have a part-time job too. That at this point, right now, I'm getting used to 75, 70-hour weeks. Yeah. Ooh,
yeah. I haven't pulled that in, years. So
yeah, it's killer, guys. On top of planning a wedding, I will say this is why we haven't been uploading.
You're so busy. Close though. It's right around the corner.
It is. So that's one day we've done the honeymoon stuff. Your bachelorette party is pretty much planned and figured out. Ooh. Everything is pretty much there. We just have some little tiny tweaks. So but I've also continued on with the gym here and there. So I went to the gym today. It was really nice.
Yeah, I know. I kind of dipped out on your gym partner there.
Oh, it's okay. You're busy too. It's okay. You went full time.
After months of not working, it makes me feel like I'm lazy, but I'm just not used to working a full-time job.
It's hard to change your schedule in general. So it's hard to go from 0 to 40, and then it's also hard to go from 40 to 65 immediately, and then it's hard to go from 65 to 70. So it's them growing pains at first, and then you get into it. Yeah. But I went to the gym today. I'm tired as hell, but I do know energy's coming coming with me. And then as far as you go, how's the pursuit how's the bills coming along? As you've been at this job for a couple months.
I have, but I'm also not used to, this is the first hourly job I've worked in maybe like 4 or 5 years. So I'm not used to the whole like having to save a paycheck, that I only get one every other week. So I'm still working out budgeting here and there. But as for the last like 3 months now, all of my bills have been paid on time, which, man, is that a like load off my shoulders.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend aren't stressing about money as much anymore. So like, yeah, I am tired, but it's nothing compared to the stress of not being able to pay your way to live.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, if you can pay your bills every week, that's all that matters.
Yeah. I'm holding on for football season, because once those Cowboys start playing again, let the money roll in.
True. I mean, you still have. So what's really nice is now you have 2 skills. Like you have skill in retail and you have skill in bartending. So bartending is one of those things that you can pick up at any time. Which is nice.
Anytime. Yeah. Just this, like I said, I worked at WrestleMania in our last episode, and just working there with the different coworkers that I work with, they have their own independent event bartending services.
Beautiful.
So I received 2 business cards to tag onto their event bartending services. Yeah, so that's already 2 potential jobs right there.
Yeah. Hey, just so you're aware, we might have to cut this part out, but yeah, I mean, I've always told plenty of my bartending friends that if you ever want to start like just a event bartending business where we just, we have a group of bartenders, and if someone needs us for a wedding or whatever and everything, we just, hey guys, some people go to this one, and
some people,
we go. Yeah, that would be nice. But anyway, so good. So your bills are paid. How is school coming along?
School is still a work in progress. I'm trying not to allow myself to stress out about it too much. It's always been something that's been like crammed down my throat, whereas I don't necessarily see that piece of paper, like that diploma, as really meaning anything for your education. I consider myself to be pretty well educated in general, even without having that piece of paper. So I'm able to get jobs and I'm able to still live my life. So I'm trying not to just let it hound on me until I have time to continue to work on it.
Got you. I will. This will probably be the first argument we have on camera.
Ooh,
I disagree on
the
fact that you're educated. I don't think I'm educated. I mean, I completely agree on the fact that you don't need a piece of paper.
Right.
You guys out there, you don't need a degree. You don't need a degree plan. I'm going to get some flack for this from my mother too. But you don't need a degree. You don't need to follow someone else's plan. But I completely agree on you should be educating yourself every step
but
of
like
the way.
that, and I am doing jobs that are educating me to
true.
like in just different ways, not book smart, but just skills and life skills here and there. Like I learn everything new every day.
But you're only picking up one life skill that you have to through work. So, I mean, don't you want to do a skill that you actually enjoy as well? Like another, I don't know if it could be video editing, it could be ceramics, it could be
video editing,
martial arts, it could be boxing, it could be learning how to fix your car. Like there's,
you know what, probably cooking. That would be the next skill I would probably want to learn.
You don't have to go to a school to get educated. I ask you that because you wanted to do psychology, right? So that requires a classroom typically.
And a degree if you want to. That one actually requires a piece of paper if you want to do that legally.
But that was your resolution. Your resolution was to, go back to school, which doesn't have to be school. So are we tailoring that resolution, or we're just like, fuck it, that's not my resolution for 2022?
Of course we're tailoring it. There's other priorities that take place first, and that was getting my money in order, and then
to go to school. But if you no longer want to go to school, so I guess if you want to learn cooking, what's the
I still have interest in going to school. It's just I don't have the money to right now. Like I said, I'm still unfortunately living paycheck to paycheck currently, so I don't have any extra money to invest in, like, even just to finish getting my GED. It's closer to $100. It's about $75 to take the final 2 tests, and right now I don't have $75 to spare. So
put $1 per paycheck. So every paycheck you get, put $1. You'll be ready for a GED in 3 years. Done.
There it is.
But always pursuit forward. I guess I say this as someone who's 30 years old and still doesn't have a degree. As much as it doesn't matter, it does. If I'm not in pursuit of something like this podcast, or if I'm not educating something, I feel like I'm just kind of running out of. The older you get, the more you feel like you're running out of time. It's crazy.
Have you hit that quarter life crisis?
Not yet. Although I did hear a fact that really blew my mind. Guys, if you're young, you're a billionaire, just so you're aware. So, all right. So
please explain.
Everyone covets people like Bill Gates, like Jeffrey Bezos, like Elon Musk, like Warren Buffett, these people who make shit tons of money and can basically never work a day in the life for the rest of their life and just be fine.
Must be nice.
Right? Oh, it must be nice.
Yeah.
But those people would probably trade you in a heartbeat. And this is why. So can everyone agree that time equals money?
Time equals money?
Time equals money, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So our currency and our money that we work for is usually the dollar, right? That's usually what we spend our life energy to get this piece of paper
that has so much value.
That basically means a little piece of gold or whatever it's supposed to be. And there's people who accumulate billions and billions and billions of those. But the one thing that you can't, you can accumulate as much money as you possibly want to. What you can accumulate is time. If you look at a time in currency, which technically, again, money is equal to time.
Right.
You only have an allotted amount of time on this earth.
Right.
In this
and
this
you can't
universe.
change it.
You
Go
can't
back.
change it.
No.
Right. So it takes in 1 billion seconds. I can't remember exactly the exact amount. I'm pretty sure it was like 30 something years. Okay. So 1 billion seconds equals 30 something years. Wow. So I'm 30. So I would say I'm a billionaire. I have 1 billion seconds left in this earth.
I see. Yeah. I see what
Warren
you're saying.
Buffett is not a billionaire when it comes to time. He would probably trade all his millions. I can't speak for Warren Buffett, but he would trade all his millions for you because you hold more currency and time than he does.
That is okay. I see. Mm-hmm. So in a sense, those young people.
You're a billionaire. You're billionaires. Yeah. Some of you guys are multi-billionaires. I mean, you still got 60-ish years to go. So,
yeah. Okay.
So
that's a nice way to look at that.
So whenever I think of things like that, I'm like, oh, time is precious.
Time is definitely more valuable than money.
I agree. Yeah. So I want to experience and do and learn and find as many things as I can. All right. So off the tangent. Apologies, guys.
Apologies about the light change, guys. Like we mentioned a little bit earlier, like about 5 minutes ago, busy lifestyles right now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Take 2 of recording.
We're having to do the episode in pieces, but
that's all right. We still did the episode. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
All right. So, anyway, yeah. So, lesbian stereotypes is something that we've been wanting to do for a little bit. So, we found a beautiful article by the Huffington Post. Shocker, right?
Right.
Major publication. But they actually go into stereotypes of different categories. And one that drew my attention a little bit was stereotypes that men have for lesbians.
Oh. Right. Because, of course, they get a say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone always has an opinion, right? So
right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just going to jump right in.
Let's do it.
First thing on here is that men abused us as children, and that turned us into lesbians, right?
Of course.
So obviously, there has to be a man has to interject himself into into any scenario, right?
Right.
Of course, men have a total role in why we turn into lesbians.
Yeah, either beginning or end. Either they are the reason that we turned, or they're the reason that we went back, right?
Went back. Have you known? How many people have you known to go back? Do you know? I mean,
I don't one for sure.
Okay, well, I know your ex, but I mean, she's pansexual, so I can understand that in general. But
I mean, she wasn't when I was dating. That's not what she classified as when I was dating her.
She classified herself as a lesbian?
Yes, straightforward.
Interesting.
Completely. Okay. She was like, I don't like guys. I'm not attracted to them.
Actually, now that you mention it, I do remember her saying something along those lines, or I think reacting to.
So I mean props for her for coming to the realization and everything, but that would be one that I would consider to like go back in a sense.
Don't get me wrong, I've known people to experiment with, like, lesbians to experiment with men, and I've known women who were bisexual who was with a woman and then the rest of their lives, men, right? So I've seen both of those spectrums, but yeah, I don't know, having a man play a role in the creation of a lesbian or
it's comical to hear those words actually in a sentence.
And I don't want to just obviously, guys, we're women, so we both know that women get abused by men all the time.
That is very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's actually pretty common, and actually that kind of should help that should kind of help our case, because if every woman who got abused by a man turned into a lesbian, we'd probably have more lesbians than we would have straight women.
Very true. Wow.
Yeah.
So if that was a true stereotype,
guys, you would be outnumbered. Yeah.
By a lot. Yeah. Wow, I never thought about it that way. Yeah. Actually.
So, sorry, myth one. That's why it's a stereotype. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are women who have trauma from men who obviously would prefer and feel that women are safer. I'm sure
of course
that's out there. But yeah, that's not,
it's not like the sole reason that someone is a lesbian.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the sole reason why someone just didn't want to be with men. But you have other choices. You can be celibate. You can be celibate.
The
only other choice. But yeah, all right, so stereotype one.
Number one. All right, stereotype number two. Hear this one a lot. Lesbians hate men. Yeah. No. My best friend's a guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he is. Sorry, I love my father. I love my brother. I think my brother's great. And then I just, like I said in the bachelor party story, I most of my close friends are guys. Yeah. I spent a lot of time with guys. I've lived with mostly. Actually, I've lived with mostly guys.
I had majority guy friends growing up. Yeah.
I love men. Now, would I want to have sex with one? Probably
that's a different question.
No. Yeah. But then again, I doubt they would want to have sex with me either. So, it's kind of It
goes both ways.
Yeah. So it's just sorry, myth number two, lesbian. I know where it comes from though. You know where it comes from, right? It's the whole feminist. I think that's what it is. Any type of feminist, and usually lesbians most of the time, most lesbians classify as a feminist. I would think so.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah, I would think that women want women to have equal rights.
Yeah,
so. But anyway,
okay.
A little bit of a semi-tangent, but I think it's the whole stereotype that feminists hate men, which isn't true. I also know a lot of feminists who date men and love men.
Exactly. Yeah. And there are men who are feminists as well.
Yeah, guys, I can still love you and not want to have sex with you. It's very, okay. Very possible.
Yeah.
Again, do you want to have sex with a guy? No, not really.
Think so.
So why would you want me to have sex with a guy?
Come on now.
Okay. All right. So stereotype number three. Moving on right along these.
Look at us staying on track.
I know. I'm excited. Although the episode's not over yet.
That is true.
In every lesbian couple, one has to be a man. Yeah. Now, this is gonna seem us being a little hypocritical because we are both butch.
I was gonna say, yeah. But I would say one of my favorite couples to see is either two femmes together or even two butches together. Yeah, it just really just ever more shows that love is love. You don't date somebody for the way that they look or the way that they dress. You date them for their personality and who they are.
Yeah. The only thing that makes you a lesbian, for those who think that there has to be, masculine, feminine. The only reason that you're a lesbian is because you like to have sex with women. I mean, that's really, and it can be all types of women. It could be a femme who really likes to be with a femme. I actually know a lot more femmes who like femmes, which makes sense because you're a lesbian because you like women, so you find women attractive.
That is true. And then you, like, I would say it also kind of goes the other way. Like, another, it's not on our list, but another stereotype you could have is like, you know, if you are a lesbian, why would you date a girl who dresses like a guy?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that a lot. Yeah. Or I've heard that a lot from people.
I mean, because isn't the whole point of being a lesbian to date a girl?
No.
I mean, like, I'm still a girl. Yeah. It's just the clothes that I wear. It's just the way that I cut my hair.
Yeah.
I'm still a girl.
I agree. I love men's clothing. Absolutely love men's clothing.
It's so much more comfortable.
It is.
Like, it is.
And in any type of Disney princess story or any type of book or I just automatically always enjoyed the man's role in general. Yeah. Like, I always enjoyed, like, I never wanted to be the woman who's waiting for the guy to come home after, you know, his time at war. I want to be in the war. Like,
like, let me be there.
Yeah, I want to be that character. Yeah. So yeah, I always identified with that role, but I've never wanted to be a man. And I, just so y'all are aware, I may dress this way, but I am a baby. I cry a lot. I love my chocolate. I like to accessorize. I mean, there's a lot of quote unquote femme moments.
It's just the way that I dress. It's just the appearance that I have. Yep. But I definitely do have very big emotions that I wear on my sleeve constantly, all the time. Yeah. If I'm sick, like, I'm 2 years old and no older. Like, I am such a little baby. Like, I can't take care of myself whatsoever. So, you know, like, it's just all just appearance. It doesn't have anything to do with what's underneath the clothes.
Yeah, I'm still a woman. Very much so.
Very much so.
Yes. But yeah, no, this always, whenever people say that, it always makes me think of this meme that I saw where it's there at like some couple's party, and it's a fork and a spoon, right, that are obviously dating, and then they come across two chopsticks, right, and then the spoon asks, which one of you is a fork? So to me, it's the same.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good meme. I can't say I've ever seen that one.
Yeah. Because I mean,
which one of you is the fork?
Same. Same. There's no gender. I mean, I know. Same thing with the gender roles in a relationship. Don't get me wrong. In my relationship, I do enjoy the more masculine role in some aspects. Like, I enjoy that I fix things, or I enjoy. I think that might be it. Or I'm techie. Yeah. Let's see. I think it just mostly just boils down to I like having a wrench in my hand. Whereas
like a handyman, how to fix things. You can build a table.
Yeah, things like that.
Fix a toilet.
But
change oil. Things like that.
Sam loves cars. Like, she absolutely, any type of, she just has that gene in her. She also likes to watch sports. I enjoy sports. Don't get me wrong. If they're on, I'm gonna watch them, but I'm not gonna actively, go after it.
Yeah. Okay.
She enjoys mowing the lawn, or just being in the lawn. That's
yard care.
Yeah. So I mean, different. Even though she's the femme, those are her things. She's definitely more athletic than I am. So
I'm gonna say in my relationship, Issa's definitely more of the femme. But if there's a bug in the house, that's not me.
Hilarious.
Nope, I'm not touching that. We went to visit my mom for Easter. And on the way in, we noticed a wasp on the door. And she was like, oh, hey, there's a wasp on the door. And I screamed. I ran and hid behind her. And she was like, babe, just took off her shoe and smacked it real quick. Not me. I couldn't have done it. Nope. And so, like, that's the thing. I can't deal with the bugs in the house. But
understood.
Yeah.
Understood. That's actually, I can't. Certain bugs. I feel you. I can deal with spiders. That's about all I can. Me and spiders.
Depends how big.
I can get that. Yeah.
It depends how big.
I understand. Yeah. Spiders are good for you guys.
If it crunches, it's not.
Oh my God.
If it crunches, I won't step on it.
You're not supposed to kill the spider. Okay.
No, I'm talking about any bug.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I feel that.
any bug.
Yeah, that's cockroaches for me. Gross.
Ooh.
Yeah. Tangent. Anyway.
We were doing so good. All right.
Lesbian couple. One has to be a man. No, not true. All right. So stereotype number 4, guys. So lesbians just haven't been with the right guy yet. How many times have you gotten that?
It's like I've gotten that so much that it's become a stereotype of my own, that if a guy comes up to me in a bar, the conversation is going to lead to that I haven't had the right guy yet. Like, that's how often I've heard that line.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if I haven't heard it recently. I don't know if I'm.
It's been a minute since someo's come up to me and hit on me.
That's true.
Like
okay,
that,
maybe
so.
yeah. Because I'm maybe that's why. Maybe because I'm a 100-footer. But when it didn't.
Hey, you were in denial a couple episodes ago about it being a 100-footer.
Y'all keep. She sicked her girlfriend on me too. Her girlfriend very much pulled me aside and was like, "You are."
We're proud, Denise.
Yeah. Hey, look at this long, luxurious, thin hair.
That you're constantly wearing underneath
a
backwards cap.
All right.
With a bandana, I add. With the button-up shirt. We could keep going.
It's funny, the people who are just listening to this at home, like, who have no video, are just like, okay, now we have an idea of what she looks like.
What Denise wears. Hats and button-up shirts. He always got a nice selection of bracelets and rings
I do, except for today I was at work, so.
Oh, okay.
Electricity.
Are you feeling naked?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I noticed it like right after we turned the camera on. I was like, oh yeah.
And you caught it before we started filming last time too. You're like, oh, my rings.
Yes. Because this is how I like to go out. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, the job when you work with electricity, metal is not a good thing to have
You
on
would not. I was gonna go with the double negative there, but you would assume not.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but so
lesbians haven't been with the right guy yet.
I've gotten that a couple times. Usually now it gets said about me. So now someone will say to a friend of mine or maybe to Sam, she just hasn't. Or to my mom. Someone said that to my mom at some point. A friend.
But they won't say it to your face.
Yeah, they won't. Not anymore. I have had it once or twice. Way back when, but and they'll just be like, she just hasn't been with the right man, which to that I used to respond when it was said to me is, well, neither have you. For all of you who get that, in your life, if a man asks you or tells you you just haven't had the right guy, tell him he hasn't either.
Right. You go take some dick, bro. I mean, go get some.
If you are talking up the D that much, then bro, why don't you try it?
Go for it.
Yeah. I will say there was one point in my life it didn't work, right? Because my biggest thing was like, they would be like, why not? Why not try it? You've never tried it before. And I would just be like, well, why don't you? You've never tried it before. Why not?
You try it, yeah.
Right, and it always dumbfounded them. You have this like.
Don't tell me you ran across someone who actually has tried it.
So I used to go. My next comeback after they were like, well, it's different. I was like, how about this? You try it first, because I can find you a gay guy, no problem.
Easy.
You try it first. And then I'll try it after you, right? And there was one guy who was like, oh, okay. And my face. That was my face. Because I was trying to get it, because he was hitting on me. So I was trying to get out of him hitting on me. And that was gold solid. It worked every time.
And this guy was like, I'm down.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Like, if you actually do this.
Oh, can I take my bet back?
Like, we didn't shake on it yet. So
there wasn't a formal agreement. There was no notary.
No witness. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that would have gotten me.
It got me. I was dumbfounded. And ironically, it was an older gentleman, and he was visiting from out of town, right? Because I used to work by an airport. That was like my first bar was right by an airport. And I had a new regular, like he had just started coming around, but he was coming pretty often.
Okay.
It was like maybe his third or fourth time. And he was sitting drinking and, enjoying the conversation. And then I said this one-liner to him and he responded, yeah, sure, let's go. And then we turned to the only other guy that was there at the time, and he looked, and then the guy was so pissed. He was like, "Don't fucking include me."
He was like, nope, was not.
I never saw that guy again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. That guy was like, nope, that was an AB conversation, and I didn't even include myself in the first place.
I mean, we were. It was a 3 conversation at one point, but it was just it was great.
Wow, that's funny.
It was great. Yeah, sorry guys, but so if anyone ever tells you that you have actually any of these comebacks, I don't know what to say to the first one, that we were abused and that turned us into lesbians. Other than that, I have no idea.
Yeah,
how that's what data they would even have for that,
right?
Like, whatsoever. But yeah, no, a good comeback is, if that was the case, then hey, shit. All women, there should be way more lesbians than straight women. Way,
if that was actually true, there would be way more lesbians than straight women.
Lesbians hate men. I mean, that's I don't know what to say to that one very much, so other than I love men. And then as in every lesbian couple, one has to be them. You can tell them the chopstick analogy, but I don't know if most men you talk to like this are not gonna be able. You're not gonna be able to say anything back to them anyway.
Yeah, it's just they're just looking to give you a little one line, get under your skin, and see how far they can get. Really,
it's funny how many people try to do that.
It's like it's a game for some reason.
Of course. I mean, I know had plenty of regulars that's their mission, is to see how far they can go before they tick you off.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, now that I can think about it.
Yep.
Jeff.
Hey Jeff, I love you. We've said it before.
Yep.
But yeah, lesbians just haven't been with the right guy. Just haven't had the right D. Interesting.
Yeah. Have you? Maybe you haven't either, man. Give it a try. Let me know how it is.
Yeah, that's good. So those are the stereotypes that we've seen from men. We're going to do a couple more episodes later down the line for more different stereotypes. So guys, if you have any stereotypes that you want to put down when you first, maybe you were straight at one point and you had some stereotypes that because I know I did, the short hair, just listing quick ones, short hair, cats, making your own food or growing your own food. Flannels, yes. Birkenstocks. I mean, yeah. And then you have the true ones like beanies and thumb rings and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Hawaiian shirts.
See, I never knew that. Hawaiian shirts.
Really?
I guess I haven't. Is that new?
It might be new. Like, I don't think I've ever consciously realized it until I heard the stereotype, and then looking back, I'm like, wow, I do know a lot of lesbians who
maybe because the shirt is so thin, and
yeah, and you don't really usually it's just
down, right?
You just pull it over something real quick. Yeah, I don't know, but that one's
So yeah, we'll cover more stereotypes later in the episode. That one was fun. Same thing with lesbian terms. I wanna bring that one back.
Lesbian terms round 2. Yeah, let us know if you're down for that, because I think we're gonna do it either way. But still, it's nice to get some feedback, y'all.
But coming out stories. We still are using an article.
Oh yeah, the UCI article. It is actually from their Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender Resource Center. So, this is their coming out story number 3. I don't know. I read the last one. Do you want to read this one, Denise? Or?
All right. Yeah, I'll take it. So coming out story number 3. All right. So throughout my childhood, I was a tomboy. I didn't own Barbies, nor did I host tea parties. Most of my time was spent outside running, playing basketball, riding bikes, all with the neighborhood boys. During my elementary school years, I gathered a reputation for being both very athletic and somewhat competitive. I never really had much of a desire to hang out with the girls, mostly because I was very active and enjoyed playing sports, which was not something that the girls usually did.
It sounds like my childhood.
I know. I was like, hey, girl, I got you.
Same.
Did you label yourself as a tomboy?
Yeah. I had a shirt that said tomboy.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like a sweatshirt type deal.
I try, that's what I labeled myself as, but unfortunately my mom just was not having that word. She's like, don't ever label yourself, which in theory is a good thing to teach your kids. But, you know, when you're trying to look for acceptance and you're trying to...
Yeah, no, it was very well known that I was the tomboy of the family. Like, everyone in my extended family knew it, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
You're getting your Barbies for Christmas. I got little toy dinosaurs.
Lucky you. I got a Barbie every year for my Christmas or birthday every year until I want to say I was like 15.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Not for my parents, just in general. I had a collection.
I had Barbies.
Okay.
But then I used the toy dinosaurs to rip off
them.
their limbs. So I stopped getting Barbies.
I should have worked. I should have.
You should. Yes. Creative. Denise, be creative.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Mutilate your Barbies. They will be gone.
If you don't want something, just destroy it.
You hear that? All right.
That's not good advice. Don't take that. That was not serious.
Let's back in. So, when middle school came around, my ambitions had not changed much. I still wanted to play sports and wrestle with the guys, but for some strange reason, I felt that things had changed. All of a sudden, people stopped using recess for physical activity and instead began writing the rules of exclusion, which helped them to define their clique. Being the jock that I was, I never really had a popularity problem. Basically, I could slip into any of the little social circles without much fuss. However, when most of the conversations began shifting toward notions of dating and the opposite sex, I didn't ever find myself engaged. So, were you were popular in school, right? Like because you were a jock as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so same.
And I was
concept.
jock, and then I was also really smart, and then I was also in band.
So you just
like literally, every
everywhere.
little social group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. All right. So the boredom that surrounded dating was the backdrop for most of my high school experience. I didn't really care about being with anybody. I did find some men to be attractive, but I only found myself wanting to hang out, laugh, and participate in outdoor activities like fishing, hiking, skiing. Before attending college, I never really entertained the ideas of allowing myself to find women attractive. Ironically, I frequently recall interactions with guys to be much easier than interactions with girls, which might have been a suggestive indicator of my queer sexuality. The butterflies in my stomach effect.
That's good.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Either way, I began allowing myself to look at women in a different way, in a more affectionate way. After exploring my sexuality, I found myself in a wonderful relationship with my girlfriend. Being somewhat of a private person, I told only my close friends about how I felt. I did not make any attempts to hide my sexuality. Considering that I did not care about dating, I was never really in a situation that revealed my orientation. However, as our relationship blossomed, I found myself hiding my girlfriend from my family by omitting her mention. So
wasn't not openly dating her, but wasn't openly dating her.
Oh yeah,
either.
No, you're not. You're
There's
just
a gray
not gonna,
area,
which I can identify with that though. It sucks though for this person. I'm sure you felt it too. The anxiety of picking up the phone and having maybe some exciting news or maybe some depressing news and not being able to share it because you can't share it.
Right. Right.
Okay. So at this point, I knew that it was time to tell them. Seeing as my parents lived about 4 hours away, I decided I would need to take a weekend trip up north and tell them. My parents were currently out of town when I decided to go up to visit. They told me they would be coming back Saturday afternoon. I told them I would be coming to visit and that I was going to bring Nicole, my friend. Nicole and I spent Friday evening and Saturday morning at my parents' house. In the afternoon, we decided to do some grocery shopping for dinner. While we were out, my parents called to see where we were and what we were doing. At this time, I told them that Nicole and I were going to make dinner and that we would be home shortly. Before hanging up the phone, I paused and told them I wanted them to know that Nicole was my girlfriend.
Over the phone!
Oh no! Right before you're gonna bring her over and you're out of town. Okay. Okay. I don't mean to shame you. That's no shame. I just, wow.
That's
someone,
a whole lot to unload. Over the phone.
After you've planned this grand weekend, that's just all I'm
right.
thinking.
Like, you've already been at their house for a day now.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, my mom became upset and started to cry. Oh, in her defense, her emotional state was partially due to a family member's health, which was declining. Oh, poor. Damn, and wow.
Just all of this is being just unloaded on her poor mom.
Okay. Either way, over the course of 20 minutes and 3 phone calls back and forth, I told her I was upset and that we were going to drive back down to Irvine. I never saw them that day. I was upset, uncomfortable, and couldn't stop crying. By this time, it was early in the evening. Nicole started driving us back toward Irvine until she became tired and couldn't drive anymore. I was already fast asleep by that time we pulled into a parking lot around 1 a.m. We slept in the car until I woke up, which was around 3:30 a.m. Then I jumped in the driver's seat and drove us the rest of the way home.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Damn.
That was their coming out story, so I guess we don't get a little update, unfortunately, but
there's no closure.
I know.
It's okay. Man, I feel for you. I hope you had some resolution. I wonder, does it even give you a time when like these were uploaded? No, I don't think so. That's okay. 2022 UC. Whatever.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
I just like, we go back to, what was that, episode 1 when we gave tips on coming out?
Yeah.
I don't think hours before you're actually going to see them in person and then over the phone was necessarily the best way.
True. She got to hear that reaction just over the phone without seeing any expression or anything like that. Which, I mean, maybe
it could have also just been easier. Yeah, right. Because maybe, you know, it wouldn't have gone that well. Because you remember
the anxiety of having to pull them together and the anxiety of building up to that, you know, even though they had already caught you.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't get that whole, but yeah, I guess, yeah.
So I can understand just bursting at that point. You know, you've already spent an entire day and a half in their house,
just anxiously waiting
with your girlfriend. The poor girlfriend too. At that point, like she took a 4-hour trip. Yeah.
A weekend
to meet the parents. Spend a day and a half in the parents' house and then don't
actually get to meet the parents.
Yeah. But then again, the mom too. Yeah, that whole situation. Yeah. I can understand. It's a good coming out story. We don't get very many shockers like that. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So guys, if you have a coming out story that you would like to share, if I don't know, maybe you came out on the phone, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know how that went. That was heart pumping a little bit there. Yeah.
Now, did you come out over the phone? Was it through a text? Did you
voicemail?
Yeah. Oh. I mean, hey, it's Facebook. We had someone who did it on Facebook.
That's true. Yeah.
So I mean, tell us where were you?
How you come out is your own way. So
that's true. That's what I love about it. Everyone has a different story. That's one of the best questions that you ask is how do you, lesbian to or gay, really gay to gay, gay to gay is how did you come out?
Yeah.
How'd you come out? And when did you know you were like?
When did you know? Yeah.
Like
when did you know?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah. Like how did you first kiss a girl? When did it first happen?
Right.
And when did you tell people? But yeah, so if you want to share us, guys, then please go ahead and comment down below. Let us know how'd you come out, or you can email us if you want to stay confidential or anonymous. borngaypodcast@gmail.com. Yeah. So if you found any value in this video, if you want to see more things like this, or if you enjoyed the stereotypes and want to see more stereotypes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button.
And, you know, guys, while we're at it, we keep mentioning that we're busy people. And unfortunately, you know, our upload schedule isn't necessarily consistent right now. Y'all go ahead and turn your notifications on for our podcast as well. That way, whenever we do get a video uploaded, y'all will be notified that day too.
Yeah. That way you can see it and see the recentness that's going on in our lives. Because it's about to get crazy.
Ooh, we got bachelorette party coming up.
Yeah.
And then like 2 weeks after that is the wedding.
Yep.
Oh man. And then y'all's honeymoon. Oh, it's busy.
Yeah, busy for us.
Tons of updates, guys.
just like we mentioned in the beginning, that blood schedule is going to be a little funky. We're going to probably get it out, every couple of weeks, not every week.
No.
But we'll be back. We'll be back to normal schedule.
And you know what? We're going to be coming up with a whole bunch of new stuff for you guys, a little bit of how-tos, a little bit more information here and there. If you guys want to know anything, if you have any questions, y'all shoot us an email, leave a comment down below, and we'll be so happy to answer those on our next episode.
All right, guys. So with that being said, after you've hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe. And I'm Denise.
I'm Lindsay. We're Born This Gay. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey.